Hey, boy. You look like someone who could use a spare copper. What do you say? You haven't even heard my offer, boy. You look like you've still got all your teeth, nice and healthy. I craft replacements for nobles who have lost theirs. I can pay you real handsome for some of those. 1 silver for 2. What do you say? You won't get a better price. I'm in demand, top tooth and wig shop off the Diamond Quarter, 4 years running. There are some who just take what they want off someone like you. I'm offering an honest deal. What do you say? No work's legitimate if they let you do it, boy. The Assembly declared back in Darbier's reign that it insults the ancestors for casteless to perform any work the recognized lineages can do. Now, do you want it or not? 1.5 silvers, and that's my best offer.
Barat wouldn't like you throwing that around. This guy's an artisan that's practically a smith. We don't need that high a profile.
That sounded like a threat, Brand. You know the sentence for harassing a resident engaged in legitimate trade is public flogging and 100 silver fine.
Gracious apologies, Master. We were just leaving. Right now, forgive my friend. You know the vent fumes. They mess with the mind. We're very sorry to bother you. Now let's get back before you land us both in a cell.
Have you heard? King's got a team who found traces of Branca in the deep worlds.
Oh? Found her body, did they?
No, tools. Signs of camp, things like that.
Paragon or not, Branca's dead. She's been gone 2 years. No one survives the deeps that long.
Lesky, you old scamp. What are you doing here? Trying to charm me out of another set of ribbons for your girl?
Trying to talk you into being my girl, Olinda. You know my heart's breaking for you.
Don't you go saying that around my husband. Who's your friend?
Hey, when I'm with a lady, the last thing I'm thinking about is you.
Well, look around, boys. I can slide you on the markup, being that you're friends, but I can't give anything away for free. Just don't touch anything if you can't meet the price.
I shall do it.
This place is going
Great prices on all arms and armor, like they were crafted by the Paragon Smith Branca herself.
Do you mind? I have nothing you can afford, and as long as you're here, no one else will come. Are you gonna take that tiresome, the world is against me attitude? That's what I find so exasperating about you castless. You live off charity and do nothing to better yourself. And then you blame everyone else for how dreadful your life is. Fine, but try to steal anything and I'm calling the guards. Do you mind? I have nothing you can afford, and as long as you're here, no one else will... Same as you. It's illegal for me to walk here without one. I'm from the surface, so by the law of assembly, I'm castless. But I think of the brand as just a part of the license to vend my wares. I use a washable ink, and when I return home, it's gone first thing. I cannot imagine wanting to wear the beastly thing every day. If you were on the surface, you could open a shop, claim land, and start a farm, and get legally married by the human chantry. Orzammar is the only place in the world that will treat you like this. Yet you all stay. I'll never understand it. This is why none of you ever get out of Dust Town.
Very well.
Watch yourself. The Shaper doesn't need your footprints all over his clean clothes. And well I might. After my mother took 5 years of her personal time sewing fine dresses for the head maid at the Shaperette, Mother tells me they never considered a single other candidate when the position opened for underwasher. It's barely under the king himself. They control Orzammar's memories. They oversee births, marriages, death records, histories, everything we do or are. Except you, I guess. Casteless and criminals aren't allowed in a Shaper's presence. I am not casteless. I am an honorable member of the servant caste. I serve my betters as is my place, decided by the ancestors who granted my mother my birth. I am not a criminal. Get away from me. I'll tell my father you tried to violate me. I would sooner lie with a nug.
The ancestors were smiling on my bed. Begun. Another round from the house.
Hey, I was saving that seat.
That's real thoughtful, Ascaius. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name? Hey, you can't just... This is a public place. You got no right. I know people. I'm under the personal protection of a Norbarat. Try stealing from me and he'll... Oh no. What did he tell you? He doesn't think I'd play the turncoat, does he? Because that would be... too much. I don't think I could handle... Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
My pleasure.
Wait, I do have some lyrium. It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut, I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
Just a little, maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns?
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat? I don't got any coin myself. I make that topside, but you can take the ore and sell it, maybe get enough to get out of this nest. What do you say?
With pleasure. Could everyone who isn't about to die please turn around for a moment? This may be unpleasant. Thank you.
You can't do this. Help! Call the guardsmen! This is murder!
You two let me know if you need anything. I'll be in the back.
It's just a bunch of rocks. You're gonna kill me for that? No!
Damn you! As you say. Best. has begun.
We have to get this stuff back to Barak before he starts wondering what we've been doing.
As you say.
Go back to your dirt pile, scum.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Prince Balin seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.